Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to start with the level 1 of Java as mentioned in the previous session. Okay, so the first topic that I'm going to cover as the level 1 of Java as part of this Java in-depth course is understanding the Java programs. So let's get started. So how to understand the Java programs, okay? I'll be explaining the Java from ABCDs from scratch. Even though you are completely new to Java programming, you are going to understand Java in a beautiful way in these sessions, in an easy manner, organized manner, step-by-step manner. From basics like ABCDs of Java, I'm going to cover. The first topic that I'm covering here is understanding the Java programs, okay? How to understand the Java programs. So these are few things that you need to understand. When I show you this particular code, you should not understand each and everything that I have written here. Okay, this code we have written in the previous session or previous sessions, right? In one of the previous sessions, we have written this particular code, and also we have written this code by copying this code from the chat GPT. Okay, we have not written this by ourselves. Okay, most of the code is auto-generated by this Eclipse ideator, and this particular line of code I copied it from the chat GPT. Now you will not understand each and everything of this code in the first session itself, right? It will take some time. Don't worry. Few things you have to ignore. Even though you don't understand, you have to ignore them for a while. When the right time comes, you will understand them. And for now, you'll understand few concepts, okay? So at this point of time, wherever you are in Java programming, whatever the level you are, okay, at this point of time in these sessions, okay, during this course and session, what you have to understand, I'm going to cover now, okay? So first thing that you have to understand is in Java programs, we have to enclose everything inside a class. Whenever you are writing Java programs, whenever you are writing some Java programs and code like this kind of stuff, you have to make sure that everything, okay, everything should be enclosed inside a class. You see, there is a class here, okay? In Java programming, everything should be enclosed inside a class. I'll draw the diagram like this. Whenever you are writing code in Java programming, okay, whenever you are writing some code in Java programming, you have to create a class. Assume that this box is a class, okay? Inside this class, Java programming code should be written, okay? In Java, okay, programming code should be enclosed inside a class, okay? In Java programming, if you have to write some Java programming, you have to make sure that this program code should be written inside a class. You see, here you have created a file, Java file. In that, to write some programming code, you have to first create a class. You see, this is starting of the class, this is ending of the class. Inside this class, the programming, Java programming should be done. Okay, first we have to create a class. Inside the class, this is starting of the class, this is ending of the class. Inside the class, the programming code will be there. No matter how many Java files you create, in every Java file, we have to write the Java programming code inside a class. This is a class. Inside the class, okay, inside the class, Java programming code we need to write. So this is one thing you have to understand is very important, guys. In Java programs, we have to enclose everything inside a class. Syntax. What is the syntax of this class? The syntax will be like this. Public class, class name, starting of the class, ending of the class, okay? So let me write it here somewhere. Here itself I'll write otherwise. I'll write some code. Public. I'll just increase the font size here a bit. Okay, this much or this much is enough. Public. What is this public? I'll explain later. Don't worry. For now, write public. This is syntax of the class case. Okay. Public. There is a keyword known as class keyword. There is a keyword known as class keyword. Public class class name. Here we have to write give the name of the class. Okay. Let's say sample one is the class name. Here the class name, as already mentioned, should be in upper camel case. Public class class name, and this is starting of the class. This is the ending of the class. This open curly brace is the starting of the class. Closed curly brace is the ending of the class. Class, class name, starting of the class, ending of the class. And here public is optional. It's not compulsory. Okay, it's not compulsory. Okay, public is optional. Some situations where you don't have to write public, some situations you can write public. Okay. But whenever you are practicing Java programming and all, right, whenever we create a class, we'll make sure that we'll provide public here. But what is the public and all? Okay. Public is not related to this class. Public is something that I'm going to cover in the upcoming sessions, guys. Okay. So whenever you are creating a class, you'll be creating a class like this, public class, sample one like this. Okay. Sample class one or whatever the name you want to give. Okay. If you have three words, okay, upper camel case, you have to give starting of the class, ending of the class, you have to give. Here, main thing here while creating the class, the main thing here is a class is a keyword. Keyword followed by the name of the class, which should be in upper camel case, starting of the class, ending of the class. This public is something not related to the class. Okay. Whenever you want to create a class in Java, you have to use a keyword known as class keyword followed by the name of the class, which should be in upper camel case, and starting of the class, ending of the class. This is what is the syntax of the class. Okay. We have to add public for other reasons. Okay. We have to add public for other reasons, but actual syntax of the class is class keyword, which is complete lowercase, class keyword followed by the name of the class, which should be in upper camel case, starting of the class, ending of the class. All the Java code inside the Java file should be should be inside a class. First, we have to create a class, and inside this class, here I have to write the Java code. Java programming code should be there inside the starting of the class, ending of the class. We have to write the Java code. Okay, fine. So in Java programs, we have to enclose everything inside a class. In Java programs, we have to enclose everything inside a class. Here, in order to create a class, okay, ignore about public, guys. Ignore about public here. We'll be providing the public and what is the use of the public I'll cover later. Okay. So here already the class is created, right? I'll remove this public keyword and see what is happening. Click on save. Anything happening? Is anything happening? Right click here and say run as Java application. I'm getting the output. You see, whether the public is here or not doesn't matter. I'm putting public, but without public also, I'm able to create a class, right? Class name, starting of the class, ending of the class, all the code inside in this Java file should be enclosed inside a class, and it's not compulsory to provide public here. Providing public is optional here. Okay, whether I provide public or not is optional. I can even create class like this. So for that, class keyword will be there, guys. Okay, there is a keyword. A lot of keywords will be there in Java, guys. Class is one of the keyword. What is the purpose of this class keyword? If ever, okay, inside a Java file, if you want to write some Java code, first we have to create a class, right? In order for you to create a class, we have to use a keyword known as class keyword. Without class keyword in Java, we cannot create a class. We have to first write the class keyword followed by the class name. Followed by the class name. Okay. First you have to write the class keyword followed by the class name, and should be mentioning the starting of the class and then ending of the class. I'll clear all this code. Click on save button. You see, inside this first Java program, Java file, I don't have any code written. Okay, if I want to write some Java programming code inside this Java file, what I have to do first? I have to create a class. How to create a class? In order for me to create a class, first I have to write a keyword known as class keyword. It's a predefined keyword in Java, guys. Okay, Java recognizes this keyword. In Java, a lot of keywords will be there. This is one of the first keyword I'm covering you right now. Okay. In the upcoming sessions or in the ongoing sessions, you'll be learning a lot of keywords. You see, all the in Eclipse IDE will recognize the predefined keywords of Java programming in purple color. Okay. Eclipse IDE will recognize the keywords in Java in purple color like this class. Okay. There is a keyword in Java known as class CLASS. Okay. CLASS is a keyword, guys, class keyword. Okay. There's a keyword in Java, predefined keyword in Java, which Eclipse IDE will recognize in purple color here is a class keyword. Followed by, you have to give the name of the class. So I'll not give the different name. You see, Java, whatever the file name you have given for the Java file, the same class name I'll create. Okay. What if I create some other name, sample class one, if I write down here, okay, starting of the class, ending of the class. You see, can I create a class with a different name? Yes, I can create. You see, I can create, but yeah, we'll see something. Okay. Class name we can create, but I will not be able to run the code and all those stuff. Okay. Here I have to write public static void main. So I'll be copy pasting the code from ChatGPT because I don't want to, I don't want you to guys to remember right now. Okay. Write main method in Java like this. You search. Okay. You'll get. Okay, copy this sample code and paste that inside the sample class 1 and click on save all. Now right click here and say run as. Am I getting Java application option to run this code? I'm not getting any option to run this code. Okay, not getting any option to run the code, guys. Okay, I'm not getting an option to run the code. So what if I make it public here? Without public, the class name may not or may not match the Java file name. But if I put public here for a while, now Eclipse IDE clearly states that, okay, public class in this Java file should match with the Java file name. Okay, got it now? Normal class can have any different name from the Java file name. But the moment you provide public here, okay, I'm just covering some high level basics of Java, guys. Okay, the moment you put a public here, this class cannot have a different name from the Java file name. Okay, so that's the problem. Over the mouse, you see, public type class must be defined in its own file. Rename the file name to either change the file name from first Java program to sample class 1 or rename this class to first Java program, they are saying. What if I normal class, it's not compulsory to give the same name as the Java file name, but public class you have to give it the same name as the, okay, Java file name. You see, now the error is gone. Now you can also run it. Right click run as Java application option is coming. Okay, so I can remove the public also. It's still okay. Okay, for public classes the class name should be matching with the file name, but normal classes, the class name can be different, file name can be different, but you cannot run this code. Okay, that's what is the thing. So a lot of things will be there ongoing, you'll be learning, guys. For now, you don't worry about all this stuff. Just remove all this stuff and simply create a class. How to create a class in Java, and don't give it a separate name. Whatever the Java file name you give, okay, the class name also you give the same for a while. Don't worry about public and all. Just create a class name and make sure that class, just write the class keyword, predefined keyword of Java, which Eclipse IDE and Java programming recognize. Java recognizes it. Okay, Eclipse IDE recognizes and highlights in purple color. A lot of such keywords are there in the Java programming, and it is useful for creating if you want to create a class in Java, a particular class with the name first Java program or whatever the name in Java, you have to use the keyword known as class keyword, give a space, and followed by that give the name of the class in upper camel case, and make sure, okay, most of the cases make sure that this class name is matching with the file name so that you'll not end up with any errors and all. Okay, and starting of the class, ending of the class, starting of the class and ending of the class, this is the syntax of the class. Okay, if you want to create a class in Java, you have to use a class keyword, space, and name of the class which matches the file name. Okay, that will be better for now. Instead of going in depth and all, make sure that the class name matches with the file name for a while, and starting of the class, ending of the class. This is the ultimate syntax, final syntax of the class. Okay, and before you write any Java code in this Java file, you have to create a class. Okay, and in between this open curly brace and upper and close curly brace, you have to write the Java code. Okay, here. So in Java programs, we have to enclose or we have to put everything inside a class. Okay, in Java programs, we have to enclose or put everything inside a class. But in order to create a class, to getting started, in order to create a class, we have to, let's not worry about the public keyword here. Simple, the syntax is class keyword followed by space, followed by the class name in upper camel case, and starting of the class starting of the class will be done with open curly brace, and ending of the class will be done with close curly brace. Here class term is used as a syntax to create or define a class in Java. Okay, which keyword we have to use? Okay, so here class is a predefined keyword in Java, okay, which needs to be used for creating a class in Java. Okay, without the class keyword, can you create a class in Java? Not possible. Okay, so you are simply saying it as a term, but it is actually a predefined keyword, okay, that Java recognizes. Using this class predefined keyword, like this, class followed by the class name, we can create a class in Java, and inside the class only we can write anything. Okay, in Java programs, we have to, whenever you are creating some Java program, first we have to create a class and put everything inside a class. And to create the class, this is the syntax. Clear, guys? This is the first thing that you have to understand, guys. This is the first thing that you have to understand for understanding the Java programs. Okay, if anything you are not understanding, ignore, guys. At least you understand this part is enough. Okay, don't worry whether you understand public or non-public. Okay, what will happen if you put public? What will happen if you remove the public? Doesn't matter for a while. Okay, for a while, understand like this: put class name, starting of the class, ending of the class inside the Java file name, and make sure that the class name matches with the file name for a while. Okay, so this is the syntax of the class, and everything in this Java programming to be written inside the Java file should be enclosed inside a class. That's what you have to understand first. In Java programs, I'll be repeating a lot of stuff, guys. Okay, don't mind. I intentionally am repeating a lot of stuff here because we are in the beginning of the Java. If you are a beginner of Java, you have to understand these concepts. I'll be stretching it out like anything. So until you understand that, okay. Then in Java programs, execution starts from the main method. If you right click here in the Java program, just creating a class keyword and follow the class name and starting of the class, ending of the class. Right click here and say run as. Can I run this code? Is it possible for me to, you say, am I getting any Java application option to run this particular code? It's not possible. I cannot run this particular code just by creating a class. I cannot run the code. Second thing, second important thing in understanding the Java programs, you have to know in the beginning here is after creating the class, if you want to run this code, okay, in this Java file having this particular class, the execution will start from the main method, okay? In Java programs, in Java programs, this is the second point, guys, okay? In Java programs, from where the execution will start? In Java programs, execution will start from main method. In Java program, execution starts from which method? What is this method and all? Don't worry. Just understand it a high level for a while, okay? Whenever you are starting with Java programming, first thing you have to know is how to create a class using the class keyword. What is the syntax of creating the class? And we have to put everything inside the class. We understood. Second thing that you have to know is in Java program, okay, to understand the Java programs from the basics, for second thing that you have to understand is execution in Java programs will start from the main method. But here, there is a class followed by the class name, starting of the class, ending of the class. Now, you have to write the main method. Do you remember the syntax of the main method? This is the syntax of the main method, okay? You can by heart it, guys, okay? I am literally saying you have to by heart it. Don't worry about what this code is all about. Just by heart this main method code. Okay, until you understand each and every small concept of Java here, what is public, what is, at least you understood what is a class and what is the name of the class in upper camel case, starting of the class, ending of the class, that part you understood. But did you understand what is public? No. Without public also things will work out. I have simply removed the public keyword for a while, and I'll be covering about public in the upcoming sessions. I have not covered it. I'll not cover public. What is public in this session when the right time comes? Till the right time comes, whether you are using public or whether you are not using public, ignore it. Don't worry about learning it for a while. Naturally, there will be one session coming in which you will understand what is the public and what is the role of the public in Java programming. You'll understand. Till then, blindly either use public or ignore the public, because without public also the program is working fine, right? I can write the code without public keyword also. I can create a class without public keyword also. Either ignore it or use it blindly. Whether you use it blind is also not a problem. Whether you put public also is not a problem. Okay. Public is another keyword in Java, but what is public? I'll not cover right now. Okay. When the right time comes, then only I'll cover. Otherwise, you'll not understand Java programming. This is a way of learning Java programming, guys. Okay. In the first code itself, I need to know public means you'll never learn Java programming. Okay. Whatever you want to know, whatever you can learn, you learn it. Remaining all either ignore it or don't use it. Okay. Ignore it or don't learn it, blindly use it. Okay. Blindly use it or ignore it. Simple. Those are the things. Or by heart it. Few things you have to by heart. Why you are using, don't have to worry. But if you want to run some Java code, first you have to create a class. Inside the class, what should be created? If you want to run the Java code as second step, what we have to do? We have to create a main method. Because what is the reason? Execution in Java programming will start from where? Execution in Java programs will start from where? From main method. Execution in Java programs will start from main method. Okay. So inside the class, we have to create the main method. How to create the main method? Inside the class, how to create the main method? So you see, you have to by heart the main method code. How you see, you write it 100 times if required on the paper. That doesn't matter. Or try to write it by yourself. Okay, you see, by looking at the code, you write it some few times, and you will get by hearted. Okay, public, static, two keywords done. Void, main, circular bracket, starting of the main method, ending of the main method, Here inside the main I have to write circular brackets, I have to write string of args like this. String of args. Like this you have to write. Why you are writing like this and all, don't have to worry about, okay? You should remember the syntax of the main method, guys, okay? Someone asks you to write the main method, you should write like this: public static void main. Why you're writing doesn't matter. Don't remember anything, or you know, don't worry about anything, guys. Okay, string of uh, args. Okay, starting of the main method and starting curly brace, open curly brace of this main. Like class has a starting and ending, even main method will have starting and ending. Okay, what is the method? You don't have to learn also. Okay, whenever someone asks you to write the main method, by heart it and write like this, guys. Okay, what if you don't remember now? You can take the help from ChatGPT, right? Okay. Syntax of main method. You type in ChatGPT, it will give you the syntax of main method: public static void main. Whatever we have written, it is given. You copy paste this code. Second way is, if you don't by heart it, let's say you are not unable to by heart it, it's becoming difficult for you. First best way is to by heart it and write it without understanding what the code is all about. Okay, paste it or paste it from ChatGPT. Is there any other way? Is there any other way? I don't want to buy hard it. I don't want to copy paste it from ChatGPT, etc. Still, I want to write in Eclipse ID. There is a shortcut, guys. Okay, type something known as main. Just type main method, right? You can remember main at least, right? Main and press Control space. Okay, after main, you press Control space, Control and space bar keys together. So, is it coming? It's not coming, right? Okay, there's something, guys. I don't remember the shortcut actually. Is it coming? No. I think there was a shortcut. Okay, now it's coming. I don't know why it didn't come earlier. Just type main here and say Control space and press enter, guys. Okay. I don't know why it have not come there earlier, but it's coming now. So you created a class, and if you remember the syntax, that's all great. Okay. So next thing is that we have to understand that once you create a class, everything in Java files, okay, whatever the Java code you want to write inside the Java files should be written inside a class. To create the class, we have to use a class keyword space class name, starting of the class, ending of the class. Okay, in between the starting and ending of the class of this open curly brace and ending curly brace, the first thing that you have to write to run your Java. Without this, Java programs will not run, because execution in Java programs will start from which method? Main method. Okay. Execution starts from main method. But you need to remember the syntax of the main method. Either you by heart it or copy it from ChatGPT, or if you are using Eclipse IDE, there is a shortcut where just type main and press Control and spacebar keys and press enter. You see, in the otherwise select this one or press enter. Anything is fine. Okay. Public static void main. You don't have to remember this. Okay. But I can remember this, guys. Okay. Public static. I remember because I have written this code multiple times, many times, a lot of times. So I don't forget this. Okay. Main string of args. Okay. I can write like this, or copy from ChatGPT, or simply type main and say Control space bar, press enter. In the suggestions, press enter. The first option will be selected and you'll get the main method. You see, this is a main method. Without this main method, you cannot run the. If I remove this main method and right click run as, I'll not get Java application option. If I right click here, I'll not get the Java application. So I have to first write the main method. Then only I can run this program. Just type main and say Control space and select this main option or press enter. Anything is fine. Okay. Now, if I right click here and say, this time I'm getting Java application. Without this Java application, Java application option coming, when I say right click on this code and say run as, and if I'm not getting Java application, I cannot run this code. Because execution in Java programs, even though everything should be enclosed inside a class, but if the class doesn't have this main method, you cannot run this Java code. You cannot run the Java code inside this Java file if this Java file doesn't have the main method. That's what is the intention. Execution will start from which method? In Java programming, execution will start from which method? It's very important, guys. Execution in Java programs will start from the main method. If the main method is not there in your Java file, then you cannot run the program. No matter what, you cannot run. Okay, main method is compulsory, and I have shown you the different ways. Okay, I recommend you to by heart it. If in case you forgot it, okay, you want to take more time for by hearting it, what you can do? You can type the main keyword and say control space, or you can even go to ChatGPT or Google and find the syntax of main method and copy paste inside the class. These are the different ways. Okay. So here, let's try to understand the main method. Let's try to understand the syntax of the main method. This is syntax of the main method, guys. Public, static, void, main. Unlike class, you should not be removing the public here. Okay. Without public also, class is working. But here, main method, if I remove the public, I cannot run this code. You see, Java application option is not coming. It's becoming compulsory now for me to put public here. Main method should have public, should be public, should have the static keyword. Anything if I modify in this main method, it's not going to be the main method. Okay. We have to strictly follow the syntax of the main method. Main method should contain public keyword. The main method should contain the static keyword. Main method should contain the void keyword. The name of the main method should be in complete lowercase, and the name should not be modified here. And inside the circular bracket, string of args should be there. Okay. If any of these things miss from this main method, it's no more be a main method. Okay. If I change the method name, or if I change this void, if I remove this void keyword, or if I remove this static keyword or public keyword, or if I remove the string of args, any of the things you do, if I cut this and right click and run as, this is Java application option is not coming. The syntax is very strict for the main method, guys. Exactly how to write. Better to by heart it. What is public? When the time comes, I'll explain. What is static? When the time comes, I'll explain. What is void? When the time comes, I'll explain. You see, you don't have to learn all this stuff. You know, all these things I'll cover in the upcoming sessions. What is string of args? When the time comes, I'll explain. There is nothing to learn now. At this point of time, you cannot understand all these individual keywords that I have used for building this main method or writing the syntax of the main method. I'm using a lot of keywords that you don't understand. It's okay not to understand at this point of time. Later in the upcoming sessions, when the time comes, I'll cover what is public, what is static, what is void, what is void, and all, what is string of args, and all the stuff I'll cover later. Okay. Everything has a meaning and all, but this is not the right time for understanding what are these things. But at least what you have to understand at this point of time is inside the class, whenever you want to write some Java code, that Java code will not run inside the class if the Java, this class doesn't have the main method, because execution in the Java program starts from the main method, and this is the syntax of the main method that you have to by heart and use it, or copy paste and use it, or use the shortcuts of Eclipse and use it. But don't worry what you are writing, why you are writing. Okay. At least you understood what is a class and how, what is a class name, and how to give that in the upper camel case, starting of the class, ending of the class. Class will enclose everything inside in the Java code of the Java code inside Java files. And for me to run the code inside the Java file, that class inside the Java file should contain the main method, because execution in Java programs will contain the execution in Java programs will start with the main method. Okay. Execution in Java programs will start with the main method, and the syntax of the main method should be exactly pinpointly same. You should not modify it a bit. Otherwise, it will not be a main method. Okay. Those are the few things you need to understand. You don't have to understand what is public, static, void here, but you have to understand execution in Java program starts from the main method, and syntax of the main method is only that thing you have to understand at this point of time while understanding Java programs, because we are at the ABCD levels of Java. You don't have to understand each and every part of the Java code that you are seeing on the screen at this point of time. Okay. Very important session, guys. Okay. To get started, this is very important session. So yeah, all the Java statements in Java should end with semicolon symbol. What's the next thing that you need to understand in these Java programs? I've created main method. Now I can right click run as Java application. If I run this code, will anything will be coming in the output, guys? Okay. In the output console, will I get any output of this program? I just have a class. Inside the class, execution will start from the main method. But inside the main method is any code written. Inside this main method, this is starting engine. Okay. You see, this is like a car. This is like a car. To start the car, what you should have? Okay. You'll push the car? No, right? Everyone will own a car, right? To start a car, what is required? Main method will start the car. In our car, in our real world example of the car that we use in daily lives to commute and all, okay, we have to start the engine, right? There will be some key. Either you can long press nowadays, latest cars are giving some. Once you have the key with you in your pocket, right, you can self start the car, or you can place the key inside the car and turn it on, right? What I'm saying here is, I'll just give the image. Okay. Starting a car using key. Like this, if I search and I'll go to the images, guys. If I go to the images and all, this is how you will start the car, right? You see, once you enter into the car, you'll put the key inside this kind of thing and just turn it on. Just uh, just push it like that, okay? Or push it, or turn it on, something like that. Nowadays, the latest cars are having this kind of option where if you have the key in your pocket, you can long press this kind of button and automatically the car will start. In the older type of cars, you have to put the key inside the car like this kind of thing in the car, and you have to just turn it a bit so that the car engine will start. Okay. So like that, okay, without key, can you start the car? Similarly, here I'm comparing the class with the car and I'm comparing the key that is required for starting the car with the main method. Without the key, can you start the car? Without this main method, can you write the code inside? Can you run the code inside the class? No. So main method is something like that where the execution will start. Key is something like that, that which is required to start the car. Similarly, main method is something that is required in Java programming, should be written inside the class to run the program. Okay. Without main method, you cannot run the program, and main method is the starting point from where with the execution starts in Java programming. Okay, but this main method is empty, guys. I have not written any Java code inside. Okay, that I want to run. Whatever the code I want to run using the Java program, that I have tried inside the main method. But is there any code written in between the starting of the main method, ending of the main method? Here, open curly brace is there, ending curly brace is there. Is there any code written here? No. If there is no code, if I can run, yes, I can run. Right click on the code and say run as Java application. Okay. You see, save and launch it's saying. You can save this class, it's saying. You can say okay, or you can say save all, guys. Okay. Next time onwards, you don't have to save this file. Okay. You can directly run it. Okay. Always save. Eclipse IDE is giving this kind of feature. You'll not get this kind of feature in normal editors like Notepad, Notepad++. Okay. Whatever the things. Okay. You'll not get this kind of save option here. Okay. You'll not get this save option, guys. You'll not get the save option. Always save resources before launching. Select OK. Okay. Say OK, guys. You see, whenever you do some changes, right? If I have selected that option in Eclipse IDE for first time when I'm running without saving this file, if I'm trying to run, Eclipse IDE is giving an option whether you want the Eclipse IDE to auto save this file for you every time. Okay. It will not stop you this time, even though I added few more lines here. You see, save all button is coming, but without saving also I can run the code. Right click run as job. This time it will not ask you. Did I get any dialog to asking me to save? Automatically Eclipse IDE will save the file. You see, I didn't save it. When I run the code, automatically Eclipse IDE will save this code for me and run it. Okay. So if you are kind of person, who don't want to remember every time to save the file to run it. So for the first time when you run the code, okay, Eclipse IDE feature will come where it will ask you to auto save or you want to save by yourself every time while you're running the code. I selected to auto save. This is one of the best feature of Eclipse IDE. You see, this is how you will naturally learn an Eclipse IDE. Not only you are learning Java, guys, one of the advanced editors of for practicing Java programming, you are learning side by side. Okay, one of the feature of Eclipse IDE have just now shown you for the first time when you are running the code. If you don't save the file and you try to run the code, it will ask you whether you want to save it. Okay, for this time only. If you say okay, right, it will get saved, or auto save every time means it will save also. Okay. Next time onwards, when you do any changes to the code, you don't have to save always. Okay. Automatically you can run the code. Right click run as Java application. You say nothing will stop you. But any output coming, I'm able to run the code. You see, run as Java application option is coming. There is a class. Inside the class, there is a main method from execution will start. But there is nothing inside the main method. So if I right click and run as Java application, nothing is happening. No output is coming because there is no code inside the main method to run. I want a sample statement. I would like to have a sample statement that I would like to write inside the main method and run it. Okay. I don't have to remember that also, guys. Okay. Generally, when you are beginning stage, right, the first state of Java programming and all, right, the basics Java statement that you generally write inside the main method is a print statement. There's something known as print statement. Here, syntax of print statement. Syntax of print statement in Java. You just write like that, or example of print statement in Java, you write like. So common print statement syntaxes, you see system.out.print or system.out.println. I'll take this one, okay? I'll not take print, I'll take println. I'll explain about print later, okay? I'll take this one, system.out.println. Copy this and paste it here. I even not asking you to remember this, okay? I'm not asking you guys to remember this. I'm just copy pasting this. I'm copy pasting this statement, and here there's some text to print is there. I'll just give my name like Arun Motori. I'm giving my name Arun Motori. Instead of the text I'm giving, I'm just modifying this particular statement. I copied from the chat GPT or Google. I pasted it. Okay. System.out.println. and whatever the text was there, I replace it with my name here. Okay. Now there is one sample statement inside the main method. Since there is one statement here, and if I write it and run as Java application, now I am getting the output. Whatever the name I am providing here, if I modify this, that will come here. Okay. So this is a print statement. I'll cover print statement in depth. For now, what you need to understand, inside the main method, you can write some Java code like this. Some sample Java statements are code like this, and main method will run this code. Okay. Whatever the code that is there inside the main method will be running. This is a common statement that everyone uses in Java program in the beginning. Okay. Print statements and all. But here, the third point that you need to understand here is all the Java statements in Java should end with semicolon symbol. You see, this is one of the example of the famous example of the Java statement, guys. Okay, everyone should know about this famous statement in Java programming, guys. This particular statement should end with semicolon symbol. What if you remove the semicolon? For the most, some error is coming, some syntax error. According to the rules and regulations of Java, all the statements in Java should end with semicolon symbol. Like all the statements in English language will end with full stop symbol, right? If you go to some English language, what you will see, guys? Uh, write a sample, write a, generate, okay, write a story for kids aged 10 years in English. So it will create a story and all, so now you can use ChatGPT, to get this and write the stories and print it out and give it to your kids and all. Kids will learn a lot of stuff from ChatGPT like this. Okay, you can take a printout of this and ask them to go through this story. With images you want to generate, you can also generate the images also. It's up to you. The secret of the Maplewood tree house. Okay, in the small town of the Maplewood. You say some text is coming here. We are not worried about story or not. The idea is great. How to use ChatGPT in creating the stories according to the age of your kids is very good. In ChatGPT is kind of such a boon, like you can create a lot of stuff on the fly. Okay, so here there are a lot of paragraphs here in this English, and each and every paragraph is having different statements. This is one statement, and it's another statement in this paragraph. This is the how many statements are there? How many lines are there in this paragraph? Three statements are there. Every statement in this paragraph is ending with full stop symbol. You see, again next statement is starting, and this statement is also ending with full stop symbol. Again third statement, and it's also ending with full stop symbol. Similarly, to separate, Java has given this kind of syntax known as here we should not provide full stop symbol. Okay, the statements in Java programming should end with multiple statements you can write. The purpose why the Java has introduced this kind of statement should end with semicolon is the intention is to separate this statement from this statement, but ultimately it made it mandatory. Without writing semicolon, things will not happen. You will get the errors. Okay, what a semicolon, guys? All the statements in Java programming should end with semicolon symbol. I can write multiple statements here. I'll explain more about this later, but remove that. Here only one statement, the Java statement is there, and that statement is ending with semicolon symbol. Okay, it is compulsory for the Java statement should end with semicolon symbol. That is the syntax of Java. So you can also byhead this print statement, guys. I'm again the way you have byheaded the main method. Still, you can also byhead this print statement. Okay. So do I remember that? Let me try. Okay. I'm not asking you to understand this print statement. I'm asking you to by heart it for a while. Since you are in the beginning stage of the Java programming and all, you don't understand each and every keyword here, right? I'm using a lot of stuff here, but you don't understand. But the best way of learning Java programming is the basic things of Java. You have to by heart it. Okay. Anyhow, there is no need to by heart class because it's very easy. Syntax is there, class followed by the class name. Inside the class, how to create the main method? Remember, either you by heart it and write it by yourself, like public static void main. Okay, I'll write everything from scratch again. Sorry, sorry for that. Class name first. I will better give the name of the class which is matching with the file name for a while, which will not make it. This way of learning will not make the things different. Okay, class name which is matching with the file name. Okay, to avoid the errors and all, I'm doing that. Okay, class followed by the class name which is matching with the Java file name, and inside the class I have to create the main method, right? How to create the main method? Public. If I remember the syntax, I can write like this: public static void main. Initially you byheart it and write no matter what, guys. Okay, don't use the shortcuts and copy pasting and all those stuff. And inside this main method, I need to I need to by heart the print statement also. Okay, one of the sample statement I'm using in Java programming, that is a print statement. System dot out dot println. Okay, I'm writing it. You see, I don't remember this. I can remember this. Okay, I remember this. I'm saying I have by hearted it and I remember this. I'm keep using this statement so I don't forget it. Okay, system. I'm just typing system dot out dot println. You see, few things which are in lowercase should be in lowercase. Few things that should be in uppercase should be in uppercase. When you are by heart it properly, guys. Okay, if you have by hearted public static void main string of args, right? Make sure that all these keywords are in lowercase and method name is also in lowercase, and here args is in lowercase, and here s is in capital letters. Remaining all are lowercase. Here square bracket should be, everything you should remember. Okay, you have to by heart it pinpoint. Okay, even case matters. You cannot put p in public, p in capital here. There is a problem. Okay, it in lowercase should be there. Okay, here whenever you are again by hurting the print statement system.out.println statement that whatever the text you provide in the print statement is getting printed in the output console, right? I am asking you to by heart this statement also because this is a common statement that you are going to use like a lot in the Java programming. Okay, so first thing that you have to write here is system. See that S is capital here. Okay, first letter is capital. System dot just out. You see, in between system and out there is a dot. Okay, you have to by heart it. After out is completely in lowercase. Out dot print ln complete lowercase. Provide circular brackets. Put a semicolon here. Okay, this is the syntax of the print statement. If I run this code, nothing will be printed in the output console. This print statement is there, but did you get any output here? You say blank. Cursor is blinking and nothing. At least we got this console came. Okay, if you don't have the print statement and if you run the code, that console also will not come. At least you have the print statement here, the empty print statement which doesn't have any text to be printed here. If you run the code, at least it's printing something. You see, it's printing something. At least it is printing something, right? So with nothing it is printing nothing, and at least you can see the cursor getting blinking in the output console. At least that you will get. But you really want the print statement to print some text in the output console as an output of this program. When you run the program, inside the circular brackets, you provide double quote. Starting double quote and ending double quote you write. And in between the double quote symbols, whatever the text you want to get printed in the output console that you write. Okay, Arun, I would like to print my name, Arun Motori. Okay, you can right click, run as Java application. You see, whatever the text you provide inside the print statement, inside the double quotes that got printed in the output console. Or instead of this, uh, Java. Okay, Java programming language text. Okay, like this, some text you have given. If I run this code, what will be printed in the output console? Java programming language will be printed. Okay, whatever the text you provide, that text will be printed. Again, I am changing that to the my name here, first name and last name I am providing. That text will get printed in the output console when I run this code. This is one of the statements in Java. This is one of the example of the Java statements which will end with semicolon symbol. It's compulsory, but the Java statement should end with semicolon symbol. You should remember that, and you have to remember the syntax of this print statement. System dot out dot println double quotes. Give some text between the double quotes. Put a semicolon here to end the statement and run this code. This is how you have to remember or by heart this print statement for a while. Or if otherwise you have to copy it from the ChatGPT. Another way is to copy it from the ChatGPT that I have shown you already, right? Okay, somewhere here I showed you how to copy paste. Okay, system.out.println, you can copy this from the ChatGPT, or there's another way, guys. Okay, there is another way. There is a shortcut, guys. There is a shortcut. What is the shortcut? Just write down SYSO. What is the 4 letters, like the way you have written here for auto-generating the main method in Eclipse ID. This is only in Eclipse ID, guys. Then you type main and press Control space and select this. Main method will come. Inside this main method, if you want to write the print statement, what you have to do, write SYSO. That's it. Only 4 letters you have to type, and after that, Control space. That's it. Done. Control space. Main control space. Here SYSO control space. Okay, SYSO control space. These are the simplest way of, if you don't remember the print statement, you should by heart it. If in case you forgot somehow, you can use this shortcut SYSO control space in Eclipse ID. It will auto generate the print statement in Eclipse ID, or you can copy it from the ChatGPT like this, okay, or Google like that, and double quotes you provide and give my name or etc. and then run the code. So I'm making the things very easy for you to get started with Java programming, guys. I'll be covering each and everything in depth. All the Java statements in Java should end with semicolon symbol. And example of the Java statement is this print statement, guys. The syntax of the print statement is something like this: system.out.println, hello world or my name or whatever the one you want to print, they can print it out. Okay. And there's a shortcut, right? What is the shortcut for the print statements? Okay. I'm also shortcut for print statement is what? Println statement is SYSO plus CTRL control key and space bar key. Okay. Type SYSO and say control space, it will come. Here also, there is a, either you have to by heart it, by heart the main method. Okay. Remember the syntax and by heart it, or copy paste from ChatGPT, or there's shortcut for main method. What is shortcut? Type main and press control CTRL keyboard key and plus space. Okay. Then you'll get the main method auto generated. Class is very easy. You don't have to use any shortcuts here. But inside the class, whenever you have to write the main method from where the execution actually starts in Java programs, main method is from main method only execution starts in Java programming. So we have to create a main method syntax. If you don't remember, you can use this, but try to by heart it and use it. Okay. Don't worry about the keywords and all. In this Java statement also, don't worry about what is system, what is out, what is println. Don't worry. Blindly use it. Okay. For a while, blindly use it. Over a period of time, you'll understand each and every keyword of Java. Okay, so I'll make a small note here in the pending topics. I'll just make a small note about understanding system dot out dot println. Okay, in depth. Okay, what is system? What is out? What is println? You'll understand all this stuff later, guys. This is not the right time for you to understand this. Okay, slowly you'll understand each and every topic of Java, guys. Okay, since we are in the beginning, this much of understanding is more than enough. Okay. So the next thing that you have to understand here is three things you already understood. Like in Java programs, we have to enclose everything inside a class. In Java programs, execution will start from the main method, and this is syntax of the class. This is the syntax of the main method, and okay. So class is a keyword, and main method shortcut is there. Here I covered, and what is the syntax of the main method, and all the Java statements in Java should end with. For example, we have to take one Java statement and write inside the main method, and the statements, that main thing that you have to understand about these Java statements, like print statements that I have shown you in this session, is like all the statements in Java, like English language statements will end with full stop, right? Here, all the Java statements should end with semicolon. You have to understand. And one of the sample statements you have learned here is print statement, that you have to by heart it without understanding what is system, what is out, what is println. You have to by heart it and use it. And if you don't remember, you can use a shortcut, this particular shortcut in Eclipse IDE. Okay. Next thing, all the Java statements should be written inside the methods. Next rule here is, like, the Java statement should end with semicolon, right? All the Java statements should be written inside the method. Okay. So here, this particular statement, Java, is an example of the Java statement where it is available inside the main method. Not only main method, other type of methods will be there, guys, that I'll be covering later in the upcoming sessions. But for now, we have the main method. Inside the main method, okay, the starting of the main method and ending of the method, we have written the print statement. Okay. If I cut this statement and put it here, you see I'm getting the error over the mouse. Okay, system.out. Over the mouse, and here you are getting the error, right? Instead of putting this error here, you can put it here. Okay, you can write the print statement inside the main method. You cannot, if you put this statement outside the method, if you try to write the print statement like this, you will get some errors that you will not even understand, guys. Anything you can understand here, Eclipse IDE or Java will give you kind of syntax errors that you will not understand what is the mistake you have done. Okay, so better you write the statements inside the main methods only. Okay, main method is one of the method. What is the method and all are covered in the upcoming sessions. This is not the right time for you to understand. And make sure that Java statements should be written inside the methods, like main method. Should not be writing this kind of statements outside the methods. And if you try to write, you'll not even understand what you have done the mistake also. By looking at the errors also, you'll not understand what is the mistake you have made. Such kind of errors you will get. So make sure that you are writing the statements, Java statements inside the methods. Okay. So far, very good, right? So far, very good. Okay. So far, very good. All the Java statements should be written inside the methods, and we generally write the code, which is nothing but a set of statements inside the methods. Here, only one statement is there. Can I write only one statement? I can write any number of statements, one, two. I'm just copy pasting that, but any number of statements I can write inside the main method. It doesn't matter, guys. It will work. Okay. We can write any number of Java statements inside the methods. Fine. But the statement should be compulsory inside the methods, should not be outside the methods, guys. Okay. Statement should be compulsory inside the methods. It should not be outside the methods. The next thing here is keywords like public static void string of args will be explained later. Okay. Keywords like public static void string of args will be explained later. And the keywords like what is system, here there's something like system out println and also will be covered later when the time comes. And anyhow, you understood what is a class, how to create a class using the class keyword. This one I already covered. Class keyword I covered in this session, guys. But a lot of other keywords like public static void kind of keywords. These are some predefined keywords in Java, guys. Okay. Class is one predefined keyword which is in purple color. Okay. Public is also another keyword which is in purple color. Static is another keyword in Java which is in purple color. A lot of such kind of keywords are there in Java which are recognized by Eclipse ID in purple color. All these keywords you don't have to learn in this session, guys. You have to learn them in the upcoming sessions. So till then, don't worry about these keywords. Blindly use them, by heart them as I mentioned. Use the shortcuts for auto-generating them. Use a shortcut for this print statement, But don't try to understand what exactly these keywords are, what exactly this string of args is, okay? What exactly this system is, out is, println is, okay? Ignore, okay? By heart for a while and ignore them, okay? Fine. So keywords like public static void string of args will be explained in the upcoming sessions. Okay. Till then you have to blindly. This one simple sample program we have written, guys, and we are able to run the code also. This much is enough. You are doing a lot of by hearting. Okay. You are doing a lot of by hearting. And also as mentioned in the previous session, guys, while creating the Java file itself, most of the things can be auto-generated. You don't have to create a class here, by write a class. If you are using Eclipse ID, right? Eclipse ID will auto-generate it for you. Eclipse ID will auto-generate the main method for you if you have selected the option. Only thing that you have to write here is a print statement, you see. So if I create another class here, right click here and select new class and give the name as a second Java program like this. And this is a name. You see, when you give the name of the class here, right? Eclipse ID is so smart that using this particular name, it will add the class keyword. And also this public is also there, means public keyword also it will add. Okay, why public doesn't matter for now. Okay, I'll explain about public in the upcoming sessions, but for now public also is getting added here. Okay, then public class name will be created and starting of the class with curly brace, open curly brace, and ending of the class with close curly brace will be created. If I don't select this checkbox field like public static void main checkbox field, if I don't create and click on finish, only class will be created. You see, second Java program, public class name, starting of the class and ending of the class will be created. Close this, delete this file again. Again, I'll create the same file. Right here, select new class, second Java program. Okay, here still public is there. This time I'm selecting this checkbox option, which will auto-generate the main method. You see, don't have to remember the syntax. Select this. If you by heart, that is very good. Or you can take the help of Eclipse ID in selecting this and click on finish. Automatically, the main method will be created. Some green color extra line will come. You can ignore that. What is that green color extra line? I'll cover in the upcoming sessions. It's called as comments, but I'll cover that in the upcoming sessions. Okay. We'll go step by step only. We'll learn one by one thing. Okay. You see, I didn't create the class code. I didn't write the class code. I didn't write the main method. Eclipse ID is making us lazy, right? Okay. Eclipse ID is making us lazy. This is what, over a period of time, it's okay. The lazy features are required because the Eclipse ID edit advanced editor should make the life of the developers kind of easy. If you are using simple editors, this kind of auto generation of the code is not possible. Okay. When you become a very good serious developer, right? This code anyhow you will remember, but at that point of time, the main thing that matters is how to save the time. At that time, Eclipse ID, this kind of features of Eclipse ID will save your time, guys. Okay. And here, how to you don't remember the print statement, right? How to if you don't remember the print statement, it's better to remember the print statement like system.out.println circular brackets, double quotes, and give some text that need to be printed. If you don't remember that, what you have to do is type syso like this, syso, and control space. Automatically, print statement will come. Provide double quotes inside the circular brackets and whatever the thing that you want to, okay, print in the output console, you write and run this code. Okay. That's it, guys. That's how easy it is. Okay, if you're using Eclipse editor, you don't have to remember anything. Class will be auto-generated, class code will be auto-generated, main method code will be auto-generated. Only the one of the Java example print statement you remember, or even you can use a shortcut of SYSO and control space. Okay, that is also fine. Okay, if you don't remember, that's all good. And here I already mentioned all the Java statements should be written inside the methods. We generally write the code which is nothing but a set of statements inside the methods. So all this code actual programming code that you are writing inside the Java files. Everything should be enclosed inside the class, and execution will start from the main method. Inside the main method, you have to write the actual Java programming logic code in the form of statements. This is one of the example statement. Multiple statements together will form the actual Java programming code. Okay, fine. Now, whatever that I have not that you have not understand in this not understood in this Java file, if you don't understand public, don't worry, ignore it or delete it for a while. Okay, when you are creating a class, ignore the public class. It's fine, still fine. It will work. Okay, either ignore it or blindly use the public. Whether you put public here or without public, it's going to work. Why it's going to work and why it's not working, I'll cover that later. Don't worry. Okay. Second thing here is main method. Here public is compulsory. If you remove this public, right, it's not going to be a main method. You cannot run this code. Static is there, void is there, main is there, string of args is there, starting of the main method, ending of the main method, system.out.println. There are three keywords here. Public, static, void, kind of three keywords are there. Three keywords. Main method is there, string of args is there, public, static, void, main, string of args and all. Lot of things you don't understand in this, you have by-hearted it, that's okay. But at least you have to understand that this is a place from which the execution will start, main method, and this is syntax of the main method, and this is execution of the program from the execution will start. And inside the main method, you will see a print statement, right? Inside the main method, you will see a print statement, system.out.println, run motory, okay? System.out.println, run motory. This statement also, you by-hearted. A lot of other things that you have not understood here. Also system, comma, out, comma, println, okay, will be explained in the upcoming sessions. Will be explained later on in the upcoming sessions. So this is how we have to start understanding the Java programs. Okay. Just to conclude that you don't have to understand each and every keyword of Java when you are in the beginning stage of learning Java programs. Whatever you have understood as part of this session while writing the Java code, that is more than enough, guys. That's more than enough. Okay. Just this much is enough. Don't think too much. Okay. This much, at least if you are able to use Eclipse IDE and create this kind of code and copy paste the code and get the output coming, right? That's more than enough for you to get started with Java programming. Okay. If you are a beginner in Java. So I'll take you from this level where you are simply taking a lot of time in understanding the Java at this level to the advanced level. I'll take you guys step by step manner in easy and organized manner. I'll make you an expert in Java in these sessions. Okay. So don't worry. Keep going through these sessions to understand each and everything of Java programs in a step-by-step manner. Okay. So that's all for this session, guys. Okay. In this session, I covered how to understand the Java programs. If you are really a beginner in Java, this is how you need to understand the Java programs. In the next session, I'm going to explain about the compiler errors. Okay. There's some topic known as slowly we'll get used to Java programming with all these topics. Okay. One by one. So first topic is done. Understanding the Java programs is done. Save this. I'll just save this, and doesn't matter about that. And we are done this with this, guys. Okay, we are done with this session. Okay, see you in the next session where I'm going to cover the next topic that is called as compiler errors as part of the level 1 of Java in depth course. In the next session, I'm going to cover compiler errors. Slowly, we are going to learn a lot of things about Java in the upcoming sessions. So, see you in the next session, guys. Take care. Bye.